Udah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Today we're going to present to you the material of the Unit 6 from the discourse analysis main reference. We're from Group 6 that consists of myself, Hilmi Ayman, and Qori Khairil. We're going to present you all the ethnography of communication. Oh, next. Okay. First, what is the ethnography of communication? This is a study communication within the background of social and cultural practice and belief. The ethnography of communication explore communicative behavior in specific context. Ethnographic approach is based on anthropology and linguistics, and starting point of the analysis are involved participant and disabled observation. Next. The key figures that develop the study of ethnography is their Delheim. He argues that since the speakers of the language form part of a given community or culture, in order to function in that language, they possess an ability that goes further than grammatical competence. The next, there are fundamental or the main concepts of ethnographics listed by Hein. One is speech community, number two is speech situation, number three is speech event, and the last one, or number four is speech act. Okay, so number one, speech community. Speech community, uh, a primary concept defined as a community sharing rails for conduct and interpretation of speech and rules for interpretation of at least one linguistic variety. The notion of speech community is central to the ethnography of communication. Himes argues that it is possible for speakers to share formal linguistic features, phonology, grammar, lexis, but still to be unable to interpret accurately each other message. Next. So the second one is speech situation. The situation is an activity bounded or integral in some recognizable way. It may have verbal or non-verbal component, and it may enter its context into statements or rules of speaking. It refers to the social occasion in which speech may occur. Next slide. Speech event. According to Hines, speech events are activities that are directly governed by rules or norms for the use speech. Next. Last one is speech act. Speech act is the smallest unit and the most fundamental level for the management of discourse. In the other words, is speech acts is things people do through language, a group of utterance with a single interactional function. For example, apologizing was by shaking your head or instructing by pointing your hand to a certain area. Next, the speaking grid. So the speaking grid will be presented uh, by my friend or my colleague, Qori Khairil.
Okay, so the speaking grid, according to Delhians, the classificatory grid as a descriptive framework for the ethnography of communication, which is known as the speaking grid, where each letter is the starting letter for one of the different components of communication. The films created the speaking grid to show how the way we use language. It means the way we communicate is largely depend on the context in which we use the language. The grid is a tool researchers have at their disposal for discovering the culturally relative taxonomies of the three communicative units. First, speech situation. second speech events, and third speech act. Okay, next. The speaking model gives us the eight components we need to understand to effectively communicate. So into the speaking models, each of the letters stand for one characteristic of effective communication, as is setting and send and seen. P is for participant, E for ends, A for act sequence, K is for key, E for instrumentalities, N for norms, G for genre. Hmm. So there you have the Delphian speaking models. It's great to understand how to approach any social situation and how to communicate. Think about the message, its purpose, who you are speaking, and where you are. And the speaking grid will help you tailor your message to your audience and communicate more effectively. This is example identify the speaking grid in university class. Uh, Setting in the classroom, participant is the student and teacher. The aims or goal for learning and teaching. Act sequence, the teacher speaking and sometimes discussion. Key serious. Instrumentality is formal register. Norms is educational. General lecturer.
So, of
Um,
group six, hope you guys can get the point. Uh, thank you so much.